John. Well, here we are in another day of paradise in the Pine Creek Valley. Give you another report on fishing in the Brown Trout Club. Of course, my job, now that I've retired, is just trying to stimulate people to donate and make donations. It takes a lot of money to stock the trout that we buy. We buy very high quality fish. They're large fish. Put them in Pine Creek. But right now, at this point of the year, we've had some very hot weather. We're still getting rain, thunderstorms. You know, we're getting 4/10 or 5/10 of an inch of rain a week. But the water is low and it's warmed up. So the fish are, you know, for their safety and for survival, they have to move into the cold water areas, the mouths of feeder streams and the spring seeps on the bottom. So they've moved in, and we really discourage people from fishing for them at that time. If you want to fish, there's some incredibly good fishing. There's smallmouth bass fishing that is very active and some nice fish. And the other thing that if you really like a challenge, you know, we all laugh at carp. But try to catch one on the fly sometime. You'll find out maybe you shouldn't look down at carp. They're very difficult to approach. They're very difficult to get a fly to them without spooking them. So, and when you hook into one, it's kind of like hooking on the rear end of a horse as they take off across the stream. They're impressive fish. So there's still a lot of fishing activity if you choose to go out and fish. But we do discourage looking for trout at this point, at this time of year. At any rate, we had a good year. We didn't have any overwhelming hatches this year. We had some very good hatches, some moderate, and some hatches were a little less than what we would enjoy seeing. But, you know, that's fishing, and we've done it most of our lives. I'm 79 now, so that puts me at well over 7. I think I got my first fly fishing outfit. I lived in Chester County outside of Valley Forge. I think I was 6 years old, and it was a 10.5-foot kingfisher fiberglass rod with an Ocean City reel and a level line. And those poor sunfish in our pond, we would catch those things and put them back. So that puts me in a little over 70 years in this sport. You know, it was a wonderful sport. And I watched the people. I've spent my whole life, most of my adult life, involved in fly fishing, either in group activities and running our Deb and I's operation, this store, and trying to leave something behind for fishermen that really enjoy just the sport of fishing. So we've had a lot of what we feel success in that. We've enjoyed it, and now I'm going to hit you for money. So keep us in mind. We've got great trout fishing, and it's not just, you just don't have to fish in the 3-mile stretch. There's a lot of water out there, and the trout move all over, upstream, downstream. Over the years of stocking and then getting feedback from fishermen, it's amazing how far they move and which direction they go. And I always thought trout would go upstream, but they don't. They'll go downstream, some go upstream. Had the doctor that ran the fisheries school at Mansfield years ago told me that he is sure that he has caught our trout at the base of the dam in Gailton, and he said he feels it takes 2.5 to 3.5 years for them to make that journey. So you know, it's been fun. We see a lot of smiles, and some people were critical of it in the beginning, but I think most people realize the wonderful options that it offers to fishermen. It doesn't exclude any type of fishing. You can fish treble hooks and night crawlers if you want. It just excludes killing fish, trout, in that section of the stream. So if you like to catch trout, well, enjoy it and have a good time. At any rate, it costs around $30,000 a year to keep this operation going, and we're looking for your kind donations, and there will be, we've had a really nice bamboo rod. A guy made bamboo rods most of his life, and the last one he made, he donated it to the Brown Trout Club. So it's a beautiful little rod. So that'll be going on tickets, or to sell it. It probably will not. We'll start selling them this summer. It won't be awarded until maybe next June. We want to try to raise as much money as we can, but it's a beautiful piece of equipment. And along with that, there's fly boxes and custom-made nets and a lot of other prizes that will go along with it. So keep the club in mind. We appreciate your donations, and if you have made the donation, you know what kind of fishing that it produces for the people. So keep donating and keep fishing and get young people involved. If you can get young people, bring them up. Years ago we were kind of quiet about when we would stock, and we had groups of people that would, of course, come in and outlaw, and there are very effective ways to catch big trout. They have the brain the size of a pea. They're not the smartest animal on earth. So there's very easy ways to catch big trout, and we always used to kind of keep quiet about it, because we had a group of people that when they heard we stocked, they'd be here harvesting. So now we found out I love to see young people getting excited, and we've had some negative comment because we allow these kids to handle these fish and stock them, but they're going to be the future of our sport, of sport fishing. So we don't want to exclude them. This isn't an adult hobby. A lot of adults are involved in it, but you get started as a young person, and they need to get excited. And when they're putting these fish in, I have to admit they get very exciting. So again, thanks for your support. We've had a good year of fishing. We're into the summer doldrums as far as trout go. So thanks again for the support, and I'll be seeing you next time.